is a paid program. Views expressed on this program are not necessarily those of CBS Radio, its sponsors, or affiliates.
Good morning. Welcome to the Hardcore Mortgage Real Estate Business Show, brought to you by Capital Mortgage Funding. I'm your host, Harvey Freed. We've got our whole panel with us, Alex Nafusi and Harry Glantz. Good morning, gentlemen.
Hey, guys. What's up?
Morning, Harv. What's up, buddy?
Oh, not much. Beautiful day out there. Look, we got on the other side of the table today, none other than Skyward Realty, downtown Royal Oak. Dan Dubinsky, how you doing, Dan?
Good morning. I'm doing great,
Hey, he's
guys.
a regular on our panel.
Serious
He's
regular.
in the realtor rotation.
Yeah.
Saw your
like
people
it.
down there in Royal Oak late last night after checking out Shane Park and the Gypsy Kings. And yes, I am a real Detroiter. When you hit Royal Oak, Detroit, and you're out at Cass Lake and all that stuff, that makes you a real Detroiter.
That whole Woodward
That's the
corridor.
definition?
Yeah, I was definitely
All right.
cruising Woodward. I was all over Woodward, but a lot of fun last night. And again, if you join us here on the show, we got lots to talk about. Buying a house is exciting stuff. Mortgage rates trickled back down after some disturbance over the last couple of weeks. Harry, nonetheless, it's an extremely volatile market.
Well, it is, but there are many mornings, Harv, we come in here and the weather's nasty and we talk about how cold it is and how bad it is, but you can't complain on a day like today. And it is home buying season, as Double D, Dan Dubinsky will tell us. Market is hot right now. Things have been a little volatile on the interest rate front the last couple of weeks, but, that's to be expected because, again, as we say, rates aren't going down to zero, and there's more propensity for them to go up.
And they go up every summer.
And Alex, well, they go up every summer.
They
It's like,
do.
It's like gas prices, right?
Yeah,
You know what's going to happen.
It has nothing to do with Capital Mortgage or Harry
Right.
Glantz or anybody.
Well,
Rates tend to go up in the summer because people buy houses in the summer.
But the Federal Reserve Chairman came out and she said that they are going to take a look at easing rates up slightly, and they're going to be very careful about it. They're not going to be overly dramatic about it. But when she says ease the rates slightly, then that's what they're going to do. I mean, it is what it is.
Yeah.
The nice thing is you're seeing prices go up, too. There's more demand. We're seeing a little bit of a rise in that. The homes that were sitting there for a while have sold. They're the ones that were sitting there during the wintertime. And the homes that are selling right now are the homes that are showing really well and are priced right.
Yeah,
That's what sellers have to think.
Definitely multiple bids. We'll be talking about getting your approval letter together, making sure that you have a strategy, a plan, a process. It's not like buying a house any other time. I'm telling you, I've bought many homes before. It's just different times right now in regards to the documentation, the process, the negotiation. If you do make an offer and you're overbidding on the house, what if it doesn't appraise out? You have to have a plan to pay the difference, and there's a lot involved.
But that's such a good segue, Harvey. You made mention of the fact that there's, the market's hot and the documentation process is still the documentation process. So guess what? New mortgage standards that people are saying, there's an article in the paper, are opening doors again. A return to traditional documentation and verification has led to the highest quality of underwritten loans and the lowest default rate in the last decade.
That's
Why
awesome.
is that a bad
Really?
thing?
Imagine that.
Is that
yeah.
a
Why
surprise?
is that a bad
Here,
thing?
wait. So you want me to lend you $200,000 and you're going to ask me for my tax returns, pay stubs, you're going to verify employment, you're going to run my credit, you're going to make sure I can pay it back and I have a good credit score? Yeah, okay. Sounds good to me.
Look at it like this. So if someone's buying a house on your block, on your street, do you want the guy or the family that's got the 2 years tax returns, 2 years W-2s, bank statements, pay stubs, all that wound up and everything, a nice clean file?
Yeah.
Or do you want the goofball that has no tax returns, no income, zero down, terrible credit? Who do you want to be? Who do you want as your
It
neighbor?
makes no sense as a lender to lend people money if they can't produce the documentation you're asking for. Plain and simple. Explain to me. I defy anybody to call up and explain to me how that makes sense.
Well, we'll give him the number, 248-539-9797. And it's a great, really, I'm not asking for the information anymore, but your neighbors are. Your new neighbors want to make sure that you can afford the house so that you can afford a lawnmower or a lawn service to cut the lawn, and that you can afford a gas garbage can so that you can go ahead and put your bags out in the garbage can and not have garbage
Do you want a neighbor
everywhere.
that's got a 790 credit score or a 550 credit score?
Well, and that goes.
Just asking. If she's really pretty, maybe the 550, but we'll talk about that.
boy.
And that goes to being
Right out the
prepared, having all those documents ready so you can move fast on this. And in the market today, you have to move fast because these properties are going. If they're priced correctly, they go off the market pretty darn quick. So, when we come in with and have our first meeting, we tell people what they need, what's expected, and there's no surprises. It's a communication is what it comes down to.
So isn't that a reasonable standard of lending to require people to bring you the documentation that you need and that the agencies, Fannie Mae, Freddie Mac, and HUD, that will accept so we can go ahead and do your loan? Isn't that a reasonable request?
They get it. Most
You think?
clients get it. Yeah,
Really?
I think so.
So when you call a client up and you tell them, you give them the list, you're going to email them the
Yeah.
list, you're going to send them all that. And
Pretty good.
Obviously, I'm playing devil's advocate in this rhetorical question. But people sit there and go, oh, yeah, you know what? I'm just going to get all this to you, and I feel great about it.
Yeah, you still get
They do, huh?
you still get that one client who will just send the first page of a tax return. Something you say, wait a minute here, I need that whole
Piecemeal it in,
thing
yeah.
there.
But then you mentioned also we have to segue into the appraisal aspect of it, the values. Market's hot. People are buying homes right now for over market value.
Correct.
Okay.
And what we do is we sit down and say, listen, we're telling you what we think the price is worth based on comparable sales. Now, for you to get this home, you're going to have to go above and beyond. Don't be surprised if an appraiser says this property's not worth what you're paying for it. Let's have a plan of attack when that happens.
Yeah.
Do you have extra money to put down? How are we going to do it? Are we going to negotiate with the seller? What is our plan?
Highest and best is not really a new term anymore, but definitely over the last 5 years. What it means is you better be ready to overbid on that on the value that they put on the house to start off the listing.
I understand the mindset of overbidding on a house or overpaying on a house if you really want it and you want that lifestyle. I mean, I can understand that. But why?
Well,
I just
Well, why not? I mean, if you
quality
get
of life.
quality of life, school district, proximity to everything in your life, maybe you have a certain lifestyle, it's not a bad idea, but just understand, and like you said, there have to be reasonable expectations to it. I don't mind it, but I just don't want to argue about it. I don't want to argue about it when we do our job and protect you, the client.
So we're trying to protect
Right.
you.
We protect you, the client. The house comes in at 175. You put an offer in and it got accepted at 185. House came 175. You got a couple choices.
You know what? I have 3 kids. A park across the street for me is worth an extra $10,000.
Oh,
Might
easily.
Not be, yeah, might not be to you, but that's what again goes to individual people,
Sure.
their quality of life, what they're willing to pay. People aren't looking at homes as investments anymore, and I'm
Yeah,
glad
see,
they're not
but that's
doing
the
that.
thing. Sometimes they
It's
do. They
gotta
want
be
the
a
best of
quality of
both
life
worlds.
issue.
Right.
Well,
You're going to spend the next 5-10 years of your life here. Make sure it has the amenities, the area, like you said, location is
Right.
key.
Right, I like what you said here. It's not always the $300,000-$400,000 house. It could just be a $150,000 house that came in at $140,000. Is it worth that extra $10,000 or $5,000 to have that park across the street, or to have the elementary school behind you with the softball field, the baseball field,
In
and such?
space is not as important as it was 10 years ago, where everyone wanted a big house, huge house. Now it's efficient, quality, and again, I've always preached location, right?
Of course.
You can't change that. So
248-539-9797. We're going to take your calls all morning long. Definitely in the swing of home buying season. Ellie Mae released some data recently showing that purchases are making up 58% of the mortgage volume out there. And closings are taking, well, on the refi side, between 46 and 49 days, maybe 6 days longer than purchases. And truly, we know in the industry that it's specifically because we're under contract on a purchase agreement
So that's an
versus a
industry standard, right, on
refinance.
refis,
Yeah.
about 46 days, and we're at about 40 in the office.
Yeah.
So that's not bad. And what's the purchase stat?
Just a little bit less than that. It only burped up a little bit over the last month or so. So it's about,
like it.
I think they had it about 40 days here on the average of purchase. Again, some clients will
So
come
then why
in
are
with-
realtors writing purchase agreements at 30 days?
because they're living 3 years ago, I mean,
Some do close at
it's
30.
been
Dear Mr. Realtor, why are you writing a purchase offer at 30 days? And then using the stale old line to me, we've got 10 backup offers.
And they're all cash. Skyward hasn't. We just wrapped up that one the other day. The people
Killing
were in from that bought it in from California.
Oh, yeah.
And we had to do that one pretty quick. But I mean, Skyward is.
that one came by real quick.
Yeah, well, he was very organized. You know, he was co-signing for his daughter. She was very organized, and that went smooth. But I mean, I've seen more and more 45-day purchase agreements.
Well, with the new regulations coming in, we're telling our realtors now to put 45 days. You know, you don't have to close on that date. It's on or before.
So the good news is you heard about what happened with Trade, didn't you? Till arrest for integrated disclosure.
Oh, wow,
thing.
here, you're not going to wait for the next segment.
I'm
Go
not
for
going
it.
to. You know, it was a...
Enlighten me.
It was the date moved back to October 1.
Oh, it did.
Yeah.
Well, again,
from
just-
August 1 to October 1.
For the regular folks out there, industry was going to make a change. They're getting rid of the HUD settlement statement. They're getting rid of the truth in lending form. They're combining that with the good faith estimate.
To make it more
So-
confusing.
And that'll be,
Yeah, make it
that'll
more
be
confusing.
extremely more
Let me
confusing.
qualify that. It will
Yeah.
be 30 days if there's multiple offers, not 45.
You got it.
Yeah, guess what?
Closing next
We'll
week.
talk more about it when we come back, right, Hart?
All right, 9/11. Keep it here. 248-539-9797.
97.1 The Ticket.
Did you know there's more than one Las Vegas? There's the Strip with families on vacation and questionable odds. Then there's downtown Vegas, the original gambling and entertainment mecca. That's where you'll find the D Las Vegas. Book your stay today at thed.com. The D Las Vegas, your home for Detroit sports in Vegas.
Hi, Harry Glantz for Capital Mortgage Funding.
Rates are at historic lows. So what are you waiting for? Call 1-800-LOW-RATE and let our award-winning staff help you save money. Look, if you're looking to purchase a new home, refinance your existing home, and you want to save money, call 1-800-LOW-RATE and take advantage of these historic low rates. That's Capital Mortgage Funding, 1-800-LOW-RATE, the best mortgage banker. What are you waiting for? Call 1-800-LOW-RATE. Capital Mortgage Funding is powered by Fairway Independent Mortgage Corporation, NMLS ID number 2289, Equal Housing Lender.
Today we're here with Drew with DTE Energy. How you doing, Drew?
Great.
So what's happening over at DTE?
The mobile app. The DTE Energy mobile app has features and improvements to provide service to you anytime, anywhere.
How so?
The app makes it easier and more convenient for you to manage your energy account while you're on the go. For instance, you can pay your bill or schedule a payment in advance.
Seems like everyone is on the go nowadays.
Exactly. No more waiting in line or on the phone. Plus, you'll save money on postage by paying your bill with the app.
Convenience at the touch of a button. Now what else can I do?
You can also use the app to report a power outage and check its status. You can even compare your current bill with billing from last month or even last year.
That sounds like a lot of new features.
DTE is always looking for ways to improve our app.
So where do I get the app?
You can download the DTE Energy app from the App Store or Google Play today.
Thanks so much for all the info, Drew. Looks like I need to get that downloaded today. DTE Energy. Know your own power.
Chassé Ballroom has a special for all of you who love to dance like no one's watching, only when no one's watching.
Looking good.
Are you recording this?
Maybe.
Give me the phone.
I'll delete it.
Right now, with Chassé Ballroom Spring into Summer Sale, you can save 40% off on ballroom dance packages. You'll learn all the moves and have confidence to dance anywhere, anytime.
Hi, I'm Chassé Ballroom Studio Manager Bethany. Right now, you can get the best prices of the year on our ballroom dance packages, which include private and group lessons and dance parties. Purchase today and save 40%. We have great instructors, all the new dance moves, and so much more. This sale is for a limited time only and doesn't include intro dance packages.
Are you recording?
Yes.
Good. Check this move out. I learned it today at Chassé. And
Don't miss Chassé Ballroom and Latin Dance Studios Spring into Summer Sale, just west of US 23 at the Silver Lake Road exit in Fenton, or visit ChasséFenton.com.
Ready to take your education to the next level? Arizona State University now offers over 90 top-tier degree programs 100% online. With ASU's highly ranked online programs, you'll earn the same degree as our on-campus students with the ability to learn wherever you want, whenever you want. Same world-renowned faculty, same leading education, same global recognition from one of the top universities in the world. Call 1-800-578-4947. That's 1-800-578-4947. Internationally recognized Arizona State University offers over 90 highly ranked online degree programs. From the very beginning, you're set up to succeed with top courses, success coaching, and academic advisors. Our students are ready to thrive throughout their lives, surrounded by a vast network of corporate partners and fellow alumni. Arizona State University. It's the education of a lifetime for a lifetime. Delivered to you. Call 1-800-578-4947. That's 1-800-578-4947. 1-800-578-4947.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Do not worry, I am here to protect you. No longer will you be slowed down. You'll be free to do what you were made to do. Roam the streets at maximum power.
Greg, can you just pour the oil in instead of making it talk to the engine?
Yes, I can. Time is up, Sludge. Say goodbye.
Be road ready with 5 quarts of Castrol conventional motor oil and a Fram Extra Guard oil filter for $22.99. Restrictions and details in store.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Text the ticket anytime, 24/7 at 97136. The Gallianas Van Dyke Dodge Ticket Text. Don't overpay. Get into Gallianas Van Dyke Dodge today.
Avoid confusion. Set all your buttons to 97.1 The Ticket.
Welcome back to the show. It's 9:16. We were talking about what our Groupie Capital Mortgage softball team.
Hey,
well,
now.
one thing for sure is you
Just
can call
hit the
Capital
ball.
all day today. 1-800-LOW-RATE, the best mortgage banker. If you need help, a little helpful tip on softball, we're actually not a bad team this year, Harry. We're reasonable.
We used to be
We're a
pretty
bunch
good
of
athletes
hacks
back in the day.
Yeah, we're
We're
nothing.
old now.
We're better mortgage people than definite softball players. But we are taking your calls here in the
There are days.
studio. 248-539-9797. Definitely want to hear all your calls.
So we talked about TRID, the Attila Rustway Integrated Disclosure Act that's supposed to be coming on. It was supposed to come out August 1st, right? So they backed it up to October 1st because the National Association of Realtors there are people that were out there trying to do these seminars with title company people. They just didn't get it. It's going to be more confusing, but not really for us. For mortgage people, we get it. We have to disclose anyways. But you just can't throw in last-minute changes and expect to have closings on that day. Anything, if it increases a rate by more than an eighth on a purchase transaction, you got to wait and disclose. In other words, they don't want to push people into things that they don't know what's going on. It's all about disclosure, and that's not a bad thing.
Which is the same way it is now.
Which is for us the same way it is now.
It's not that big of a deal.
We don't think it's a big deal. It's causing a little bit of chaos in the realtor and the title company community, from what I'm hearing, from what my people are telling me. And it shouldn't really, if you let us handle it. What it's going to force people to do is recognize the lenders in Michigan, bring the money, and control the closing. So there might be a little bit more pleases and thank yous from realtors to lenders and vice versa. And let's all get along. So
we'd like that part of it.
That's good. We're bringing the money. Our client's bringing the money. So let's deal with it.
There's some new forms.
Well, what we found was you're going to have the numbers earlier is what you're going to have. You're going to have, 3-day period in between getting the numbers and actually closing.
Okay. And how do you guys feel with it? Speak for all realtors here in
Hey, that's
Michigan.
fine by me. I'm happy about it because we're sometimes waiting until the last minute for numbers. I mean, we try to push closings through as quick as possible. That's why we're not going to be doing 30-day closings on average anymore.
All right.
It goes back to so if it closes Thursday versus Monday,
are you good with it?
What happens?
It's going to require you guys to answer more questions because they're going to have 3 days to think of questions to come up with.
No, our clients are going to be
My
prepared.
clients know ahead of time. It's no big deal.
Right. Well, some lenders, I should say then.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean that's it's going to be people that It's like when you were those business meetings last week. I was telling a story about a quote that I had that was I'd sent it to two of my buddies that are in the industry, and they're like, "There's just absolutely no way."
Right.
So you've got me,
and it was
you've got
no
one
way.
of my buddies, and another one of my buddies. All three different companies. All three of us said there's absolutely no this is it's not going to happen. So, but the trade thing, it's going to happen when he gets his numbers 3 days before closing, and they're all different.
So while we're boring the entire listening audience out there about this Disclosure Act, suffice it to say, when we break it down for a consumer advocacy situation, it's supposed to benefit the consumer. It'll give people a little bit more time, but in the lending arena, it really hasn't changed anything for us.
No,
in terms of how we prepare documents, in terms of how we disclose, they're just integrating 2 disclosures, making it one. So we're still going to use a loan cost estimate worksheet. So all our clients are going to know exactly how things are broken out, just like they do now. So what happens, Dan, is when they get this new form in the mail, they're going to call us and go, "Well, I thought you told me the cost for this." Yes, please check your loan cost estimate. That's the more reflective and accurate document.
Now, at closing, they get that, the truth in lending showing what they're paying over the life of the loan.
Yes.
And the percentage rate. And everyone gets confused on that. I thought I had a lower percentage rate.
Well, the APR is not your note rate.
Right. I know that. You know that. But are they going to be disclosing that ahead of time?
Same
now?
kind of thing.
Yeah, okay. So those kind of things.
We're going to be disclosing that kind of thing.
Like someone keeps the loan for 30 years.
If you're a mortgage guy and you're not explaining to your clients the difference between the APR and the rate you're borrowing the money back, you shouldn't be in the industry.
You'd be surprised how many people look at that, get very confused and upset.
Well, it's scary. Again,
it's a lot of numbers. It's a lot of things floating around. It's an emotional transaction. And all of a sudden, you're getting bombarded by these terms and these documents that people don't see on a regular basis.
Right.
We take it for granted. We're in the industry, but we have to make sure that it's explained properly and disclosure is the key.
it's a little scary for people. Look, they're buying a house, whether they've done it before or not. Again, we just mentioned earlier in the show that things are a little bit different. Lots of disclosure forms. They want to make sure that you have the knowledge, and that knowledge gives you the confidence, and that you don't make decisions that are going to get you in trouble. Again, we don't want a housing debacle. Look, a recent report actually revealed that clients don't understand the whole home buying process. There was some data that came out recently that said most do, but again, they don't understand the minimum credit scores required, the funds required, and everything that goes into a transaction.
You know what we do when we get the numbers in? We tell our agents, tell them to call the lender and discuss the numbers with them, and we'll discuss our real estate side.
There you go.
That's the best thing you could possibly do.
Right.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Why would we try to start explaining what you guys are doing?
Listen, I heard a guy on the air. He's a realtor and he's a mortgage guy. How can that be? Isn't that a conflict of
You
interest?
can't do that anymore,
I
I
don't
thought.
want to be a realtor. I don't want to sell houses. I don't even talk about that. Call your realtor. And again, I don't want anybody else talking mortgages unless it's somebody from our company.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we've seen real estate appraisers, and I've gone on listing tickets after, and these houses they're telling the owners they're 25% less than what they should be. There's a conflict of interest in both those things. When I started Skyward, people said, "Why aren't you going to start a mortgage company?" Like, this is confusing enough. Why would I want to do that? How about we build a good relationship with the company and work with them?
There you go. Great way to get referrals and have the professionals representing you properly versus a jack of all trades. It never works out. 248-539-9797. We'll start things off this morning. Got a call from Clinton Township. Dan out there. Good morning, Dan. Welcome to the show.
Good morning, guys. How's it going?
Good. What's
morning,
up, Dan?
What's happening?
I'm actually calling on behalf of my parents because they don't want to go on the radio, but they're about 12 years into a 30-year refinance that they did. Their interest rate's 6 3/8.
Oh.
They owe about $76,000 on the house. Houses in the area are selling for $140,000, $150,000 in Sterling Heights, and they want to know if there's a way they can get some money out to fix up the house a little bit, get some siding, maybe in the roof, without jacking their payment all over the place.
Yeah, Dan, here's the thing. I mean, the answer to your question is yes, but I'd like to kind of make it a twofold refinance because we can shorten the term maybe down to a 15-year, get the cash out, and the payment should stay about the same. I don't want your parents to start a whole 30-year term over again.
You're right. No, that would be what they would like to do. I mean, I've told them this, but, you know, I'm just their kid. So.
Sure. No,
Hey, Dan,
I understand.
how old are they?
My dad just turned 60.
Okay.
Yeah,
so, I mean, it depends on their game plan and what their financial advisor account would, advise them. But if they're looking for cash out, they're looking to keep that payment low, there are definite options. But see, Alex and I, we really like a 15-year. But if they're on a long-term plan where they want to save cash and their accountant, there are a lot of accountants that say, hey, if you're 60 years old, 60, 65 years old, who cares if you ever pay it off again? But that's a different, there are a lot of options there. And what Alex is going to do, he's going to hook you up and give you all those options.
It's a pretty clean deal.
They would appreciate it because I'm sure they wouldn't mind going down to a 15, but they just don't want the payment to go up.
You know what, Dan? We can run the numbers. I can run the numbers both ways for you. I can always do it on a 30-year fixed and give you the amortization schedule for a 15-year, and they can pay more, than the minimum payment that's due.
Yep.
And that's up to their discretion.
Cool. That's good too.
So let me call after the show, and I'll take care of it.
All right, thank you very much.
Good deal. Thanks, Dan.
Sounds great. Again, a lot of families out there have that equity that they didn't have just a few years back. So it's definitely, if you've been putting off that home project, you might have equity in the house. Refinance, like you said, Alex, you can shorten the term. A lot of times keep the payment the same. Pull the equity out and get your roof done. Get the new furnace that you need.
Speaking of what was I going to say? Speaking of...
No, I don't. We'll go back to your speaking.
You're in your 30s,
I know,
Alzheimer's.
I'm losing it, man. Whatever. I was going to say, speaking of paying your house off and all that,
yeah.
I have a confession about using the right people.
Okay.
I became typical consumer. And all we say on the show week in and week out is, go to people, somebody you trust, go to the person you have a relationship. And I became typical consumer on the bathroom remodel in my house. I threw somebody a bone. Uncle Jim.
Oh, that's right.
He's laid off.
Oh,
blah,
boy.
blah, blah.
Here we go.
Okay. It's been 2 months.
Yeah.
Well, dude, I'm like, dude.
Come on.
I'm like, you're done. I paid him last week. I'm like, it's time to go.
I mean, you can get a bathroom that size done. No offense. It's not the biggest bathroom.
It's not a 700 square foot bathroom.
No.
It's a regular bathroom in downtown Berkeley. It's not a huge project.
No.
I mean, people, I hate to say this, and I'm probably going to take hate mail from it. But construction right now is so hot. If you're in construction and you need business and I'm throwing you a bone, there's a reason someone's throwing you a bone.
Well, everything's hot right now. All you have to do is take a look, go by Lowe's, go to Home Depot. The lumber yards are busy. There's new construction going on. Home remodeling's hot. Got a couple friends that do that for a living, and they're in that business.
The number.
And they're busy. Okay, they're very, very busy now. But, Alex, it's like anything. You want somebody that's good on your team no matter what you do, whether it's a doctor, a lawyer, mortgage person. I mean, that's what you want. You want well-qualified individuals, and you've got to go ahead. Sometimes you need a second opinion.
Yeah.
Sometimes you got to go and get a second opinion.
I made a mistake, and it's going to cost them more.
How do you fire Uncle Jim?
You say, dude.
You got to be honest.
I said, I'm flat out. I said, dude, when's it going to be done? Friday. Okay, Friday comes, and I'm like, when's it going to be done? Friday. Next Friday comes.
Listen, what I say is when people call me up, if somebody's going to give you a better situation than me, and they're going to give you better advice and care more about you than I'm going to care about you, then you got to go.
That's right.
I just
fine.
don't see it.
I told somebody yesterday, I'm like, dude, go. Another lender.
Go,
I'm
man.
like,
Right.
Hey, dude,
I mean,
good luck to you.
I'm not used to losing business, and I don't want to lose any business. But sometimes if people are unreasonable, you just have to tell them to go and make them somebody else's problem.
They usually call us back 30 days later with a different story. Hey, when we come back, tons of information. 248-539-9797.
Suburban Cadillac of Plymouth.
Make the choice. Experience the difference. The Suburban Collection.
Where we know that life includes work time and playtime, and both entail drive time. No time like the present to visit Suburban Cadillac of Plymouth, Ann Arbor Road off I-275, to test drive the 2015 Cadillac SRX front-wheel drive luxury edition. Lease the SRX crossover from Suburban Cadillac of Plymouth for $329 a month for 24 months with no security deposit required. You'll enjoy leather, ultra-view sunroof, rear park assist and more, and all for just $329 a month. Must be GMS and Cadillac loyal, $13.92 at signing. See dealer for complete details. Suburban Cadillac of Plymouth, a member of the Suburban Collection. Make the choice. And at the Suburban Collection Showplace in Novi, enjoy this weekend's Detroit Kennel Club 2015 dog shows.
The Suburban Collection.
Visit SuburbanCadillacofPlymouth.com. Offer expires June 30th.
Dr. Berkowitz from Michigan Hair Restoration is back to talk with us more about his groundbreaking hair restoration procedure. First, I have to say, wow, you have a full head of hair over there.
Yes, I had the procedure done about a year ago, and the results are great.
And you know what? No one would ever know. It looks so natural.
Yeah, the procedure my team and I are performing is amazing. There's no pluggy palm tree look. There are no stitches or staples, no linear scar, and the transplanted hair is genetically programmed to grow. You will love your hair and feel more confident.
You know, a lot of guys are concerned with getting back in the gym and losing weight, but this could really do more for their appearance than 100 trips to the gym.
It really can. Many clients have even called this a life-changing event. If any of your listeners have even thought about hair restoration, I would love to help them.
Guys, it's time to take the hat off. See Dr. B and really change your look. Visit drb4hair.com. That's Dr. B, the number 4 hair.com. Mention this ad and learn how to save $500.
I don't know, but I heard some tales. Harry's gear is tough as nails. Coats and jackets, gloves and pants. Work boots, fashion, self-defense. Tactical outdoor survival gear. First responders boxed up here. Flashlights, tents, hats, knives, and tools. Harry's Army surplus rules. Sound off Harry's Army surplus.
Need uniform or work boots? Harry's has tons of durable and comfortable boots. Up to size 17. Stop by Harry's on Telegraph south of Ford Road in Dearborn.
Moms and dads, does your child suffer from obsessive, compulsive, or hoarding behaviors? Researchers at Children's Hospital of Michigan and Wayne State University need your help. They are conducting a research study and are looking for kids 5 to 19 years old with or without obsessive, compulsive, or hoarding behaviors. The study uses MRI and genetic samples to learn more about the brain. For more information about the research study or to see if your child is eligible to participate, visit psychiatry.med.wayne.edu or call 313-745-4645. Financial compensation will be provided to those who qualify. You are not alone.
Shop Menards Project Day sale for great deals on lawn and garden supplies. Save big on trimmers, tillers, edging, garden tools, and much more. Keep your landscape looking great with Bayer Durazone Weed and Grass Killer. It provides up to 6 months of continuous control. A 1.3-gallon bottle of ready to use is now just $16.99. Saving you big money on all of your lawn and garden needs. Menards.
Save big money at Menards.
Everybody ready?
Remember when you were a kid? Well, part of you still is. And that's why we make Faygo. Faygo,
With all the flavors you know and love, Faygo is the one true.
Sports news all day, every day. This is 97.1 The Ticket.
Brought to you by National Benefit Plans for affordable health and life insurance. Go to nbphealth.com. Yankees 7, Tigers 2 as New York gets to Justin Verlander in Game 1 of this 3-game weekend series in the Bronx. Alex Rodriguez got it all started in the first, belting a solo shot to right field for the 3,000th hit of his much-maligned career, long associated with the use of performance-enhancing drugs. JV gave up 3 homers in all, lasting 6 2/3 also allowing 6 runs on 10 hits in a loss. The lone offensive output for Detroit, 2 RBI single for Brian Holiday. Victor Martinez, by the way, 1 for 4 in his first game since coming off the DL. Tigers and Yankees right back to it tonight for Game 2. Alfredo Simon on the hill taking on Nathan Eovaldi. Coverage at 6:50. You're on your home for Tigers baseball, 97.1 The Ticket. Third round of the U.S. Open getting started in a few hours. Jordan Spieth and Patrick Reed tied atop the leaderboard at 5 under overall. Tiger Woods missing the cut, shooting 16 over par. I'm Kyle Bogey. More 10 or 97ontheticket.com.
The baseball team that Detroiters love most. The Detroit Tigers live here.
Welcome back to the Hardcore Mortgage Show. We are brought to you by Capital Mortgage Funding, a 1-800-LOW-RATE, the best mortgage banker.
Who's in the office today? Like Ronnie?
We got a whole
Mark
staff there, Harry. They're
Billy
loaded. We're so busy that everyone's in the office. They're working. They're trying to get your file done. And if you're out there looking at a house, definitely give Capital Mortgage a call and get your approval letter in hand.
I'll be there after the show if you want to call me. I'll be there.
All right. That sounds good enough. Don't exclude yourself
1-800-LOW-RATE.
from the learning process when you're out there. I mean, again, we're talking about some recent studies. One of the recent studies said that 9 out of 10 definitely want to have a personal connection with their lender, want to be able to get answers quickly. That's why you deal with real people. You don't call some 1-800 number and deal with some guy in a whole other state.
In a nutshell, that's why people do business with us. They want to do business with you, Harvey. They want to do business with Alex Nafusi, John, everybody in our office. We have a personal connection with our borrower. And guess what? 80% of our business, even though we spend a lot of money advertising, 80% of our business is through personal relationships. And Alex and you do a great job of extending those relationships.
We've learned from you, sir. We've learned from you. 248-539-9797. We'll take your calls. And we've got Dan calling in from Heartland this morning. Good morning. Welcome
Dan
to the show.
from Heartland. I love Heartland.
Morning, guys. How are you?
What's
Thanks
up?
for taking
What's
my
up?
call. Hey, my wife and I plan on retiring in about 3 years. We have a mortgage on our house at about $37,000. It's valued at about $200K. And recently, we just took out a home equity line of credit. As kind of like an emergency fund in case we need it. We don't have any debt to speak of.
Nope, I think it's a good idea.
And it was valued at $50,000. The interest rate on that is 2.99, and my mortgage is 4.9. My question is, and I'm not a financial wizard. It started ringing bells last night. I'm thinking, should I pay off my original mortgage with a home equity line of credit?
No. I can tell you exactly why. Your home equity line of credit's interest only, and that's not a fixed rate. So it's going to go up. And the way a mortgage is mathematically calculated, everything's front loaded interest wise. So if you only own $37,000, you've already paid it down, you're paying all principal now.
Yep.
You're on the right track. Definitely do not take the home equity line and pay off your primary mortgage.
Yeah, so Dan, your line of thinking was cool. What you did is you took out the emergency line of credit just to have. Your first mortgage is on a fixed rate mortgage. You don't have too much time left on it. It's a very low balance. But then all of a sudden, something kicked into your mind. You said 2.99 versus 4. All right? Nope, wrong line of thinking because it's not the same loan. So don't write that check out of that home equity line of credit to pay off your mortgage. Keep that in the drawer as an emergency line of credit and just keep it there.
Okay.
And keep doing what you're doing on the first.
Outstanding. Hey, that it makes a lot easier for me. I really appreciate it.
Good deal.
You
Thanks,
got it,
Dan.
brother.
Thanks for the call and good luck to you. 248-539-9797. If you have those type of questions, want to hear from you.
It's a great call. And what happens is if you've lived in your house for a lot of years, and I just did it, Randy and I just did it, we took out an emergency line of credit just to have it.
Okay.
Now, why? Because cash is king. Keep your cash. I don't need the equity line of credit, but it's there just in case
If you
something
need it,
happens.
if you need it for 2 seconds, yeah.
But I'm not going to write a check to pay off my first. My first is almost paid off anyway. Same situation as Dan's in, right? But I'm not going to go ahead because we know that's a variable rate or an interest only loan, and you just have it to have it. It's a good thing.
Fair enough.
If it makes you sleep better at night,
right?
Fine.
Great. We always love the straight talk here. 248-539-9797. Also, you can send us an email to mortgage.show@lowrateonline.com. Check it out. Go to Capital Mortgage's site. We're here locally in your own backyard. 1-800-LOW-RATE, the best mortgage banker. You cannot miss us, folks. You need this valuable information. There's no doubt about that. And some real straight talk. Hey, talk about interest rates. Who doesn't want the best rates? Never had a client say, hey, Harvey, give me the higher rate. But definitely rates go hand in hand with the fees that are associated. Learn what all the variables are. Again, the loan to value, The credit score is a big difference, whether you're buying a condominium, a house, the loan amount. There's a lot to know when you're getting a mortgage. It's just not, hey, I saw this rate and you think you're getting that. It doesn't work that way, folks. We wouldn't do the show if it was that easy. Trust us. 248-539-9797. Lots of open lines, so we want to hear from you. You guys want to jump in with something?
Yeah, see, Harvey, in the consumer world, all they know about mortgages or car loans or anything is what's the rate. Okay, so that's where the conversation opens with the consumer to us. Where our conversation back to them, the first thing that starts out, is, hey, let me hear a little bit about what your situation is, right? What's the loan amount you're looking for? How much do you have to put down? We have to run a credit report. We have to do all these things. It's like going to the doctor. They just don't prescribe something because you walk in and say, I'm sick. They have to do all these tests. They take your blood. They take your temperature. They do your EKG. They do all that. It's the same kind of thing. We need certain things we need to know. We need to know what your credit score is, how much money you're working with, how long you've been on the job, how much money you make, all those kind of things. So,
and I'm hoping that what happened 5 years ago, the consumer has become more educated with now. It's not all about just, hey, okay, what's my payment? That's it, and that's all they're worried about is what my payment is. There no interest interest only loans. They never paying the principal down.
Right.
And people are using those thinking, well,
yeah, they lost their homes.
They did. They really did.
We're hoping the previous the generations after us have learned from our generation, because the baby boomer generation, yeah, did we make a lot of money? Yeah. Do we incur a lot of debt? Yeah. Did we do a lot of stupid things?
Am I paying Social Security?
Okay,
yeah.
So bottom line is, I'm hoping the millennials, as everybody likes to call them, have learned, don't run up your credit cards. Don't buy the biggest house on the block. Hey, do everything you want to do. You can have a house. You can go out to dinner on Friday and Saturday night. You can go to the movies and have a comfortable lifestyle.
And that's why, as much as we harp on these appraisers, I think they are doing something of a service where they're not letting houses go through the roof. Their price values through the roof.
I don't want it to come in too high. I don't want it to come in too low.
I just want it to
bring
come
it
in
to
where it's at.
what it's worth.
Right.
That's all you need to do for me.
You know, one of the other variables I didn't bring up, Dan, but it really goes hand in hand with purchasing a house is what's the quality of the house? And does this house need a lot of work? Again, many times we run into a client and they're going to put their 20% down, they're gung-ho. Meanwhile, the house is a fixer-upper and they don't leave themselves any money to do that. Or the house won't even pass a regular mortgage appraisal. So sometimes the quality of the house goes hand in hand with what type of mortgage you get.
And that goes down to the personal preference of the buyer. I mean, I've taken through homes of clients $500,000, and the wife will say this is not livable.
I know someone who used to say that.
So it's all about the person and what their expectations are. So it's you have to find out what everyone's looking for, what they're accustomed to, and that's why it really takes smart to spend a lot of time with your client before putting them in your car, because you save time in the long run.
Sometimes that house that's a real lemon out there that no one else wants is an opportunity for somebody else. And again, FHA 203K loans, we handle those loans. Whether you're going to purchase house VA loan, 0 down, maybe leaving yourself some money to go ahead and do those repairs. Again, every different house or everything's different. Every situation's a little different.
A lot of people don't have vision of what something can be, so they need to buy that brand new home.
I was just going to say that. So when you walk into Skyward's office, right in downtown Royal Oak, there, on the left side is it's kind of like this conference table, and there's this huge flat screen TV, and they can pull up all the MLS listings. And every time I walk in, there's Dan or one of their agents in there, and they've got the clients in there. They're sitting down, and they're saying, well, this house is in this sector, and it's right here. And they've got it all gridded out, and they've got the year the house is built, how many bathrooms, and they literally go through house by house, and then they limit it down so you don't show them 50. Nobody wants to see 50 houses and 45 pieces of crap.
Well,
you're wasting everybody's time.
And you're working the process with them. You're inputting the criteria that they're asking
that they want.
And on the bottom, each time you put in criteria, the number reduces.
Right.
So when you put in a 3-car garage and the number goes down to 2, right? They say, well, we can't do that. Let's get that back up to a 2-car garage. But you can actually see where you're going. Then we talk about areas. Is south of or east of Campbell, it's less expensive than west of Campbell. It's just the way it is. So it's very important to get an educated realtor who knows your area, because little things like we talked about the other day. Oh, people are buying there, but why is everyone selling? Oh, because a Kroger is coming to town, right? So you don't.
No offense to Kroger.
No. But in that direct area, it's going to be great for the area. But there's a few people there that have lived with a big field in their backyard forever, and now a Kroger's.
Where's
coming
that?
in.
Is that going?
So it's corner of 12 and Stevenson.
Oh, all right.
Okay.
Yeah.
So a little development sometimes could be a benefit to some in the area. And again, maybe not a benefit if it backs up to your backyard.
Yeah, exactly. So if you're educated, what I do is watch as boring as they are, watch the commission meetings, see what they're up to.
Well, you should know.
Oh, without a doubt.
You have to know what's going on in your community. That's your deal.
There are lofts in our community that are going to be assessed another $50,000 per owner that are selling. One just sold the other day, and I don't think they disclose that to them.
There you go.
It's not an assessment yet, but the minutes of the meeting will show that
it's going to
happen. Right. So if you don't know that and you buy in, you're basically screwed. You're going to have to come up with that money.
There's a lot to know about purchasing a home. Get educated on it. When you definitely come back and join us, 248-539-9797. All of this and more.
Bell Tire's been in business for more than 90 years, giving customers what they want.
The lowest tire price, period. We shop the competition every day to make sure.
The biggest selection of name brand tires in stock and ready for immediate installation.
The best people to help you choose tires to fit your car, your driving style, and your budget.
At Bell Tire, find all the top brand names in stock and ready for immediate installation. Get the lowest tire price, period, on great names like Michelin, BF Goodrich, Goodyear, Toyo, Mastercraft, and more. We can also perform alignments to help your tires last longer. And with our installation package, lifetime alignment checks are free.
At Bell Tire, customers get what they want because we have a lot more to offer.
Bell Tire.
Including the most handsome talking tire in the business.
It's not your usual tire shopping experience. It's Bell Tire, the lowest tire price, period.
Bell Tire, with over 90 locations, we're in your neighborhood. For the Bell Tire near you, call 888-GO-BELL or log on to belltire.com. Hurry to Bell Tire today.
Dear fellow citizen, if you're going through the whole getting ready for college routine with your kids, I feel for you. I mean, between the applications, the tours, and figuring out how to pay for it, it feels like a full-time job. I know, because I'm there too. But I can help, because there's a whole new way to pay for college that will help you think differently about it. At Citizens Bank, we're the leader in student lending, so we can offer student loans others don't. And with no application fees and competitive rates, we can help you do more than make a plan. We can help you actually pay for college. If you have a question about student loans, ask me. I'll answer like a banker, but I'll listen like a dad. Because I'm not just a fellow guy who loves his kids. I'm also a fellow citizen who wants to help your bank better. Sincerely, Alex Payne, Branch Manager, Citizens Bank.
Ask a banker for eligibility requirements subject to individual approval. Member FDIC. Citizens Bank is a brand name of Citizens Bank NA and Citizens Bank of Pennsylvania.
The following is the testimony of a real Nutrimost patient. Individual results may vary.
Just last year, I weighed over 350 pounds. I had to lose the weight or I would have been at serious risk for diabetes, heart disease, even cancer. I had tried everything to lose weight, or thought I had, until I started Nutrimost. I lost over 140 pounds in just 7 months on the Nutrimost system, without starving myself or even setting foot in a gym. I was skeptical at first, but the first few times I stepped on the scale, Nutrimost made me a believer. The average Nutrimost patient loses 40 pounds in 40 days, but I never could have dreamed of results like this. I'm Jerry Wesselman from Trenton, Michigan. I lost 140 pounds, and this is my Nutrimost story.
Call 1-800-IDEAL-U right now for your free Nutrimost information kit and a full body evaluation at our locations in Novi, St. Clair Shores, or Riverview. If you want to lose weight and feel great, call 1-800-IDEAL-U right now. That's 1-800-IDEAL-U.
Tired of your current lease? Need a lower payment? Jim Causey Buick will get you out of your lease with $2,500 in Causey cash plus
$1,000 below employee pricing on a 2015 Buick Verano. 24-month Conquest lease for only $137 a month with just your Causey trade-in bonus down and no doc fee. Hurry, offer ends June 30th.
Jim Causey, 16 and a half in Gratiot in Clinton Township.
Nothing's the same since you went away. My eyes are red, the sting and the pain, and I'm the only one to blame. Drowning in tears, don't know what to do. I've been crying forever since I ran out of you. I ran out of you. My dear contact lenses, no more contact lenses. I miss you most of all.
Download our app and get free expedited shipping on your first order. Never run out of contacts.
1-800-CONTACT. Text.
Have you ever dreamed of stepping up to the plate at Comerica Park and swinging for the fences? It could happen. Just meet 97.1 The Ticket's Mike Stone tonight from 7 to 9 at Twin Peaks on 14 Mile and Stevenson in Madison Heights. You could win a spot to play in the 97.1 The Ticket Home Run Derby for your chance to play in the Field of Dreams at Comerica Park. More at 971theticket.com. Twin Peaks. Eats, drinks, scenic views. Donate to 97.1 The Ticket Student Heart Check Program, and you can help ensure that every student athlete's heart is healthy enough for sports. Donate at cbsdetroit.com/student heart check.
The station where the most important guest is you.
97.1 The Ticket.
All righty, welcome back to the show, 9:45. If you're just tuning in, it's the Hardcore Mortgage Show brought to you by Capital Mortgage Funding. I'm Harvey Freed, Harry Glanz, Alex Nafusi with
15th
Capital.
year doing this with you, buddy.
All right, 15 years here, and we always appreciate your phone calls. We have some open lines. Also, we brought in Dan Dubinsky from Skyward Realty, downtown Royal Oak. Always a lot of fun. Always fun to talk about what's really going on out there in the real estate world, talking about negotiation of homes, being prepared, and always getting that approval letter. So be sure to call us here in the show, and we'll move on to some calls. Let's go to caller 2. We got Frank out there in Detroit. Good morning, Frank. Welcome to the show.
Good morning. How you guys doing?
Hey,
Good,
Frank, how you doing today?
Okay.
Good, thanks.
I was calling because I had took a first-time home buyers program. I can't remember the name of the program, but the program was in Detroit. And it would help you first-time home buyers with a down payment of like $7,500. But the areas were dedicated in Wayne.
I think it was the Faith Home Buyer Program.
Yeah,
Wayne
and
County
I
Bond
took
Program.
that. But I had talked to another person, and they said I could go through MISTA. And I was wondering, can you guys help me go through MISTA? I did have a bankruptcy in 2012. I did reestablish my credit, and my score right now is 658, but it probably went up since.
Was there a house in the bankruptcy, Frank?
No.
There was no foreclosure?
I never bought a house before.
Okay. I think
he's going to be okay.
Yeah,
actually, you should be actually qualified.
Yeah, you'll be okay. You can do it FHA. I mean, as long as your credit's reestablished. And MISTA, it's a pretty easy program. I mean, it's another grant program that they'll gift you the down payment.
The minimum credit score is 640, actually. So I just actually checked that the other day. So 640 minimum credit score. You definitely, if you're over that, you qualify.
Well, we have a MISTA expert, Frank, in our office, and we're certainly going to refer you to him. And, I think you can be on your way. But we're definitely going to have to check your credit. We're going to need copies of the bankruptcy papers and the discharge documents. So if you can get
all that. Yep.
Okay, so we'll give you a call. We'll make sure that gets taken care of for you.
Okay, I appreciate it, fellas.
Good deal.
Right.
Thanks, Frank.
Thanks for the call. And there's no doubt, Frank, and I'm thinking what Frank's thinking, rents are up. Dan, you know it, man. Royal Oak, no matter where, anywhere in Southeast Michigan, rents are up. And it just makes more and more sense now to purchase a home.
Yeah,
it just does.
It really does. And, we're finding that the commercial side, people are looking for small apartment buildings. The rents are, about $2 a square foot on average in Royal Oak.
Wow.
That's for a 1,000 square foot condo. It's $2,000 a month. And in some cases, even higher than that.
Yeah.
So it's a great time to be an investor because we see it just keep going up and up and up.
Of course, 8 million folks lost their home in that housing crisis, and it was horrible. I mean, they're called boomerang buyers. They got a name for everything now, and they're coming back in the marketplace. It's going to be like 2 million of them coming back in the next year or two. Again, guidelines state that. How did you lose your house? Was it in a bankruptcy? Did you include it as a foreclosure? Was it a short sale? Different rules apply to whatever you might have done to the house or how you let it go. So the good news is you can get back in the game. Hopefully you've done a lot of good things to improve your credit score so that you're ready credit-wise. You've got your funds available. Find out how. Again, you can get back in the game. I mean, we want you to become homeowners again and do it the right way this time. Be sure to give us a call, 248-539-9797. We'll go out to Mike in Detroit. Good morning, Mike. You're live on the ticket.
Hey, fellas. How y'all doing?
Good. How are you, sir?
Hey, I heard one of you guys speak on a interest-only loan. What is that?
It's when you just pay the interest on the loan and no principal.
Yeah.
Like on home equity lines.
Yeah, back in the day, what would happen is you could get a first mortgage that was interest only, which means if you took out a $100,000 loan, whatever the interest rate was, you just paid the interest on it, and the balance stays the same. I'm not a big advocate of it. It's not a good program for everybody. It can be used as a financial tool for people that they have a lot of money and they're going to make more than the minimum amount of the payment. The problem is, back in the day, people took out an interest-only loan. They made the minimum payment. Their property values went down. The balance on their house stayed the same, and they were underwater, and that's what created a lot of problems. I'm not a big advocate of interest-only loan.
Gotcha. Okay, because, so they're not really, no one's really doing that now. Because I just got this house 2 years ago.
Yeah.
It's in the Southfield Royal Oak area.
Sure.
And we got it for the comps in the area is 165.
Right.
But we got it for 144 because the house did need some repairs to it. And I'm pretty much doing the upgrades, by paying for it out of my pocket by not taking out any loans. And we're going to stay in it for about 15 years and then try to sell it for market value.
Perfect.
Yeah, I think that's
Sounds
a good
like a good
idea.
plan.
Anytime, you know what, here's the good news. Anytime you can do the repairs like that without incurring more debt, I think it's a great idea. And if you're going to improve that house and it's going to improve the market value, it could even be higher, then there might be some financial things that we can do for you. But, let us know when you get all the renovations done. Alex and Harvey can take a look at the value and maybe roll it into something for you. I would not do an interest. I wouldn't do an interest-only loan.
The interest-only loans are for a quick flip. A lot of people they don't have a lot of
Don't start that.
No, it just kind of scared me when you guys said that. I'm like, well, I wonder if I'm doing the interest-only loan.
No,
you're
not.
That.
They didn't have those.
It sounds like you have a 30-year fixed on yours, right?
I do. It's an FHA loan.
Good.
With,
very good.
Then you're good. Yeah. It's definitely not an interest-only loan. That's cool. That's good.
Okay. Thank you.
You got it, Mike.
Thanks for the call. Again, a lot of families out there. I'm glad he mentioned that because he does have an FHA loan and there's some built-in equity there. Maybe he can switch that to a conventional loan, remove that expensive MIP. A lot of things that people can do.
Why is that a good call? A, he's going to stay in the house a long time. B, bought the house a couple years ago. He's putting improvements in. He's paying cash, not incurring more debt. And then down the road, maybe house goes up in value and we can do them.
You refinance and drop his PMI.
Sounds easy enough.
Right.
Hey, the American Dream's still alive and well. Definitely a great vehicle to build some financial wealth. I mean, home ownership's awesome. Build strong neighborhoods. Helps local businesses. Get the knowledge. Find out. Call Capital at 1-800-LOW-RATE, the best mortgage banker. Or we have some open lines here for a few more minutes at 248-539-9797. And we'll go to Nick in a cell phone. Good morning, Nick. Welcome to the show.
Hey, how's it going?
Good. What's up,
Nick?
man?
Hey, so my girlfriend and I were trying to buy this house in Berkeley, and the appraisal came back very, very poorly. It was poorly done, essentially. She didn't use comps that were close to the house, and other ones she used were well over half a mile away from the house, and were over a year old. And I mean,
that's weird.
At the house now, yeah, it was very weird and disappointing, and it took 10 days. But yeah,
where are you at now? Because Nick, I'm going to tell you, Berkeley is not a difficult area to comp.
No,
all four of us will tell you that. And did you get a copy of that appraisal?
It was. It's a very poorly done, and the real estate agent and I agreed, and so obviously the selling agent was not happy at all. But
Nick,
we ended up having to sign the release for the house because we can't really come back from that.
Is the house north or south of 12?
Sorry, what was that?
Is the house north or south of 12 Mile Road?
It is just south.
And how many square feet is it?
13. About 1311.
So it's a bungalow?
And what were you going to pay for it?
Yes, correct.
What were you going to pay
about
for it?
$275.
Whoa.
275. You got to be. I mean, you're going to be in St. John Woods.
Hey, brother, I'm not going to rail on appraisers on that
or
one.
A realtor.
I really pretty well. I grew up there.
Yeah.
But if you want to send me that appraisal and you want a second opinion on the appraisal, I'd be glad to take a look at it.
I mean, you're paying.
The house was, they bought it and just renovated it up, and everything was brand new in it.
Okay, that's cool, but it still sounds like it just might be a little on the heavy side for sure.
What the value come in at?
Right, we agreed. It appraised for like 170.
That's a little low.
That seems pretty low.
Yeah, that's too low.
That's low.
Got extremes on both ends there.
Yeah,
crazy.
Yeah, it was very shocking. So when we signed the release, we're not going to get that house anymore. But just for the future, what can you? Is there anything you can possibly do for an appraiser like that?
Yeah, there is. There's something called an appraisal rebuttal, and I do them all day, every day. I'm kind of a specialist at it right now. But bottom line is, if you enter into a purchase agreement, the appraisal comes in low, you can always rebut the appraisal. That doesn't mean the appraiser is going to change it. But the best thing a realtor can do, Dan Dubinsky will tell you, is that if you supply comps at the time the appraiser shows up to the house, that would have been nice.
Yeah.
And to do a rebuttal, I would need some comps too. So if there's
because my real estate agent did something like that before. We obviously agreed on the price and everything.
Yeah.
And obviously it was a little on the high end, but we were kind of, thinking that everything was brand new. But yeah, I mean, no way it should have been that low. But
I got a great idea for you. Definitely give us a phone call at Capital Mortgage, 1-800-LOW-RATE. We're a mile from your house. I mean, who would know more about it than us, honestly?
Yeah, I want to see that appraisal because I really, it's piquing my interest because it's just what I do all day. So I want to take a look at it.
Yeah, there were some in the area that she didn't even use that were a lot more comparable.
That's obvious. Yeah, that's obvious. We're going to hook you up, Nick. Thanks for the call, man.
Hey, thank
Awesome
you.
stuff.
Thanks,
All
Nick.
right.
Thanks a lot for the
All right, we
call.
just ran out of time, but it's been another version of the Hardcore Mortgage Show brought to you by Capital Mortgage Funding. Again, a reminder, we're open all weekend long, all day long at 1-800-LOW-RATE, the best mortgage bank. Fellas, you got something to say other than Happy Father's Day to all the fathers out there,
Happy
including
Father's
you,
Day. Yeah,
Harry
thank you.
and Dan,
Appreciate
and not you yet, Alex, but
Yeah, definitely no.
Cy and all those great people out there, all the hardworking fathers out there. Enjoy your weekend off. Again, we got Pat Caputo coming up with sports next. Want to thank Dan Dubinsky from Skyward Realty for stopping in and all the callers.
you.
We'll see you
Thank
next
you, guys.
Saturday here on the Hardcore Mortgage Show.
The proceeding was a paid program. Views expressed on this program are not necessarily those of CBS Radio, its sponsors, or affiliates.
Hi, Harry Glantz for Capital Mortgage Funding. Rates are at historic lows, and they're not going down to zero. So what are you waiting for? Call 1-800-LOW-RATE and let our award-winning staff help you save money. If you're looking to purchase a new home, refinance your existing home, and you want to save money, call 1-800-LOW-RATE and take advantage of these historic low rates. That's Capital Mortgage Funding, 1-800-LOW-RATE, the best mortgage banker. What are you waiting for? Call 1-800-LOW-RATE. Capital Mortgage Funding is powered by Fairway Independent Mortgage Corporation, NMLS ID number 2289, Equal Housing Lender.
That isn't just the sound of the 2015 Mercedes-Benz C-Class high-strength steel and aluminum frame being formed. It's the sound of conviction. Conviction that drove our engineers to create a lighter, quicker, more efficient C-Class, whose beautiful form and even more attractive price have earned the Kelley Blue Book's KBB.com Luxury Best Buy Award. This is what conviction sounds like. Now, discover what it feels like. Get the 2015 C300 sedan at 1.99% APR financing for up to 36 months, or lease one for $349 a month for 36 months with $4,503 to its seller.
Monthly lease payment and APR are available only to qualified customers exclusively through Mercedes-Benz Financial Services at participating dealers through June 30th, 2015. For more information,